saw Latin America included for the first time, officially speaking, in the Belt and Road Initiative. That hasn't resulted in a major change in the way that China engages the region. China continues to do the sorts of major public works and other infrastructure projects that it's been doing for many years, continues to engage in resource-seeking activity and market-seeking activity, albeit in a more targeted and specific set of industries. And continues, to engage in a wide variety of projects that are in many ways seen as sort of soft power. Belt and Road now is sort of the premise for a lot of Chinese engagement, or sort of encompasses a lot of what China is doing, but hasn't led to a major shift in overall dynamics. There are a number of factors that are going to influence the extent to which China engages with the region in the coming years. One of these is China's own slowing growth. Just a few days ago, the Chinese Premier Li Keqiang made a statement that it's going to be difficult for China to even achieve 6% GDP growth in the coming year. That has implications for overseas investment, obviously, for finance, loans coming from China Development Bank and China Export-Import Bank, which, according to our own calculations, have provided since 2005 about $65 billion to the region. At the same time, the US-China Trade War is, causing even more difficulties for China, also for the United States. This has led, certain dynamics, tariffs that have been placed on US soy, for example, has led to a surge in demand for certain products in Latin America. Brazilian soy exports to China have grown considerably over the past year in particular, as China looks elsewhere for trade partners, not just for soy, but also for meat and other products. But broadly speaking, the sense is that the trade war is going to be, if we don't come to a conclusion soon, if there's not an agreement, is going to have major implications for not only for growth in China and the United States, but for global growth, and that countries throughout the region, be it big soy producers like Brazil or smaller countries that have less to offer in the way of exports to China, are really going to start feeling the effects of that. In some cases, we've seen US officials go to the region and suggest that Latin American countries need to decide whether or not they're going to prioritize a relationship with the US or prioritize a relationship with China. This is a bit of an impossible decision for Latin American governments, who rely extensively on both partners, often for different reasons or in different sectors. And so at this point, we see Latin American countries, be it Argentina or Guatemala, even though they don't have, at this point, diplomatic relations with China, or Mexico, really trying to navigate the growing US-China competition, and to find a way to work with both partners in a productive way. That's not an easy thing to do.